Hey there, how's it going? So in this video I want to quickly demonstrate how you can access your EC2 instance using PUTTY or SSH on Windows 10. If you can't access it through CLI, directly on Windows 10, you can go with PUTTY. So so the first thing I need you to check when you want to SSH or access your instance is the security group. So if you scroll down to network and security, you see security groups. So here, this you have two. This is the first one, and this is the one that was created when you launch your instance. Usually in security group, you have inbound rules and outbound rules. The inbound rules is the rule that control the traffic inflow from outside to your instance, and outbound rules basically control the traffic outflow from your instance to outside. So we check inbound rules because we want to basically access our instance from outside, like through our local system, right? So the first thing you need to check, since you are going to be using SSH to access it, make sure you have the SSH rule here. So in this case, we've got this security group rule. We've got the version, which is IPv4, and the type is SSH and TCP. It's usually port 22 for SSH, and in a case where you want to access it through the web browser, it can be either HTTP or HTTPS. So make sure any of these ones are present. Depends on where you want to access your instance. So yeah, that is it for that. Let's go back to our instance. So when you want to access your instance, make sure it's in running state and you have the right IPv4 address, public IP address. In this case, mine is this. So to use PUTTY, right? You may not have PUTTY installed on your system, so you can go to Microsoft App Store and search for PUTTY. So if I search PUTTY here, PUTTY up here. So you click install here, it will install PUTTY for you. And here I'm going to use a PuttyGen. So what PuttyGen will basically do for me is convert the .pem file to .ppt. So initially, when I was creating the EC2 instance, I basically created a key pair that basically got automatically downloaded as .pem file format. So this is the security key that I'll be using to access the instance. So so once you have that downloaded, you go to your PuttyGen. So you start PUTTY. So PuttyGen here, we open it and we say load, and we go to the location where we have the .pem file. Here it's saying .ppk, so we want to say all files, so we can see the .pem. So we get the .pem, we load it, and here you press OK. So what we want to do is save this .pem file security, the key, as a ppk file. Save private key, right? Yes. Then we type the name here, EC2. I'm going to use EC2 key 2, and it's going to be .ppk format. Save. So remember where you save it. Once you saved it, and make sure it's RSA here. So once you saved it, you can close this. So the next thing you need to do is go and open PUTTY app, not PUTTY game in this case, PUTTY app. Open. Here you have a host name. So the host name will be EC2 user, EC2-user, then at your public IPv4 address. So if you go back to the instance, you see the public IPv4 address here, you copy it and you go back to PUTTY and paste it here. So this alone will not SSH to our instance or access our instance. Next thing you need to do is basically add the key that we saved earlier using PuttyGen. So here you go to connection, then you go to SSH, open, and you go to auth, open, then you click credentials. Here you see a bar for private key file for authentication. So you browse, then you get the EC2 key that we saved earlier as PPK file format, then open. So now you can since you have the key now, you can basically click open here. So this way basically access the EC2. So now we are inside our EC2 instance. Now you can type who am I, then enter. EC2 users, EC2 user. Okay. So now we have used to PUTTY to access our instance. So the next step is to use SSH directly through CLI. So you can either use a PowerShell or Gitbash or any command line interface you have in your on your Windows. Or if you want to get Gitbash, you can go here and search for Gitbash, I think, or you can search for portable Git. It should be available, or it's not there. So anyway, you can either go on Google or search somewhere here. I'm not sure why it's not showing. So the point is, try to install Gitbash if you want to use it. I already have it installed, so I just go search for it. Gitbash portable Git. Okay, let's go portable Git. I don't know why it's not here. Anyway, so this is the Gitbash, and if I print ls, so I'm inside this. So I'm inside the user directory, and I want to go to documents. So the reason I want to go to the documents directory is because my .pem Git file is here. So I will just cd into that directory, cd documents. Also, make sure you have SSH. The SSH command is running fine. If you want to use SSH command to SSH to your instance, so you type SSH here, SSH. It should output this for you. If it doesn't, so you can go ahead and use PUTTY or install SSH. Yeah, you can just go ahead and use PUTTY. So SSH is working for me. The next thing is let me list the files. Now I have .pem file, so it's good. So the next thing I want to do is basically use a command that I need to SSH to the EC2 instance. So I say SSH I, then I say the file, which is EC2 key2.pem. just copy it and paste it. Then I'll say EC2 user at my public IPv4 address. I'll just copy it here again and paste it here. So now if I click enter, I'm able to access the EC2 instance. So if I type who am I, an EC2 user. So that is how you can access your EC2 instance on Windows 10, on Windows. So that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and leave a comment. Have a lovely day and goodbye.